Allan, Blain here. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of setting goals here in the new year, really any time of the year, if you're watching this video at a later date. And if you want this next year to be better than last year and to be your best year yet. I've got some really exciting things to share with you, things that I just got done doing yesterday, last night actually. Sat down with my wife, Nicole, and we did exactly what I'm going to teach you to do right now. We planned out our goals for this coming year. We like to do it before the end of the year. We barely made it last night, got it done, and excited to share this with you. Now, it can be done any time of the year, like I said, but no better time than at the end of the year or the beginning of this year, of any year, to pull the family together, create some new goals, create a family plan, a family goal. Hey, if we reach this goal, then we're gonna do this, whatever that is, Disney World, whatever it may be, something grand. Maybe it doesn't have to be so grand as a trip to Disney World or whatever for your child or your children, but try to get them involved in supporting you along your goals and your dreams as you desire to build this business, impact lives, and create an amazing future for yourself and your family. That's tip number one. You may even want to, when you get done, sit down and do the same thing with your children and help them create goals for this coming year of their own. We're also going to talk about personal goals and business goals in this video and the importance of setting both. That's what Nicole and I do. Okay, this business is not one-dimensional. Our personal lives are intertwined with our business, and they do affect it positively or negatively. So that's why I think it's so important when we're talking about setting business goals that we also set personal goals as well at the same time. If you'll do this, if you'll really sit down and do this and take the steps necessary to reach those goals that I'm going to talk about, people that are same rank as you today, you will go blowing past in this coming year. And you will make this next year just embarrass the year before in your business. And so I hope you will. Other thing I want to tell you before we jump too far into this is write it down. Write down your goals. Don't just talk about your goals. Don't just think about your goals. Don't just envision them. Although all those things are good, write them down. Put it on paper. So critically important, okay? For a lot of reasons that I won't go into, but write it down. You can't just wing this thing. This is your life. This is your business. This is your future. Don't wing it. Nobody would do that with another business, so why would you do it with your own? We need to have a plan. We need to have goals. We need to have metrics. We need to know where we're going and most importantly, how we're going to get there. All right? Did you know that immigrants are 4 times more likely to become millionaires? Those born in another country that come to the United States are 4 times more likely to become millionaires than those that are natively born here in the U.S. Why is that? Because they see this land of opportunity, this land of freedom with unlimited income earning potential, and they go after it 4 times more often than we do. Okay? So let's not just take what we have for granted. We have a multi-million-dollar business in our hands here in this amazing industry we call direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing if you prefer an older term. But we have a great opportunity. Let's take advantage of it. And it starts right now, right here today, by setting down, planning out some goals, and making it happen. Now, if you're sitting there going, hey, I've done this before, Allan. I've set these big goals that were so exciting the day I set them, and I failed, and I failed, and I failed, and I'm scared to do it again. Let me tell you this. Let me encourage you. 2 things. Number 1 is Wayne Gretzky said it best. Arguably one of the greatest hockey players that ever lived. You miss 100% of the shots that you never take. You have a 0% chance, or close to a 0% chance. Well, you do have a 0% chance of achieving something you don't try for. Okay? So set goals for no other reason that you've got something to strive for. And even as the saying goes, aim for the stars and land on the moon. Even if you fail at reaching your goal, you're going to be further along and better off than had you not set a goal and gone after it. Now, just setting a goal and forgetting about the goal you set, that doesn't help anybody. So the second thing I want to encourage you with is, and I'm going to talk about this here in a second, is not only are we going to set results goals, hey, I want to be this rank, I want this income, I want this result, but we're also going to set activity goals. I'm going to do this, many this. and I'm going to do this many hours of that, and I'm going to invite this many people, whatever the activities are. And we'll get to that in just a second. And that's a game changer. If you've set goals, results goals before without activity goals, it's like it's a dream. I mean, it's a goal without a plan is just a dream, and most people's dreams don't come true. I want to be a dreamer. I want to dream big. I want to dream big enough to set big goals that excite me, and I want you to. I wish the same for you. But I also want to have a plan, and a plan for you to get there, and so that you will accomplish your goals. Okay? So I want to encourage you with that. We need to do this. You need to do this for you, for your future, for your family, for your business, for your life. Okay? All right. Number one, we start off with personal goals. That's what Nicole and I did last night. What kind of personal goals, you might ask? You can do anything you want. I'm just going to give you some ideas. Some major categories of life, like health, fitness. We set goals for our health. We set goals for fitness, exercise, things like that. How often, how much, when. Spiritual goals. We set daily, weekly, monthly, annual goals for our spiritual life, of what we'd like to see accomplished. We set goals for our family. We wrote down how many trips we want to take as a family, among other things. We set goals for our marriage, a date night a week as an example. So many weekend getaways a year. So many 1 week long getaways a year. Just Nicole and I. No business trips, no free vacations our company sends us on with other members of our team. And just, in addition to all that, just focusing on our marriage. We have those goals. Okay, the next phase is me to pull out our 12-month calendar and get those dates on the calendar, which we haven't gotten to yet, but that's a whole nother phase of this, is actually getting it on the calendar. But we've got the goal written down for our marriage, for our family, for our spiritual life, for our health, both our fitness and our health, nutrition, all that. Okay? Super important. As I said before, we cannot neglect our personal goals. Our marriage, our children, our family, our health is married. It's intertwined with the success or lack thereof in our business. All right? So we set our personal goals. Recommend you do the same. Then we move on over and we set our business goals in two separate categories: business results, business activity. We started with business results. Big picture. What do we want to see? I want to encourage you, know your numbers. Know your numbers. What was your average monthly income last year? What was your total annual income last year? How many new signups did you have in your entire organization last year? How many did you personally have last year? How many does that break down to on average per month? What was your total volume for the year? We know these numbers. We know we did about $2 million in sales. We did right at $2 million in sales last year. So we know when we go to set our goal for this coming year, which we set at $3 million, 33% increase, which is, substantial, but we want a big goal that we can go after. We know where we were at, and we know where we're going, where we're coming from and where we're going. And I recommend you do the same, whatever those numbers are and whatever they look like for you. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, so when it comes to results, you're going to set goals for income. What do you want your income to look like at the end of this year? What kind of monthly income would you like that to be? Just break it down, divide it by 12, right? What total volume do you want your business doing? Write it down. How many new business partners do you want to personally recruit each month for the year? How many business partners do you want your entire organization to recruit for the month? How many customers? We call them club members in our company. How many customers do you want to recruit personally and as an entire organization, your entire team? Write it down. Have this on your board, something to shoot for. Goals. These are the results. This is the result you want in your business. Right? Very, very important. What are some other things? Rank. What is our rank? We know what our rank is. What it ended up yesterday, the end of the year, right? We wrote down what we want our rank to be by the end of this year. Maybe that's more than one rank advancement for you. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3. I don't know. But what do you want it to be by the end of next year? What is it going to be? What are you going for? What are you shooting for? Not just pie in the sky, what do I want it to be? But what am I going to go for? What am I going to put in the work and do and accomplish? Okay, those are the results goals. Results, like what I'd like to see my business do. Now, most important or as important and neglected so often, and why so many people fail in hitting their goals, is they don't set activity goals. Okay, it's the last category. You've got to set activity goals for yourself and for your business. What are activity goals? Things like, how much are you going to work your business? How many hours per week? I mean, we'll show up for a job, part-time or full-time, and clock in and clock out and know those hours very, very well to build somebody else's dream. But 9 times out of 10, most people in this business will not even do the same for their own business, this business, for their own family, for their own future, their own dreams, these goals. So do it. Write down your goal. How many hours per week are you going to devote to building your business, this business? How many hours a day is that? And then I would also encourage you to put it on the schedule. Schedule it. Not just, I'm going to work my business 2 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 1 hour a day. Don't know when. No, it's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Whenever it is, put it on your calendar. Just like you would for any other business, any other boss. Do it for your boss, which is you. Number 1, okay? And by the way, if that scares you, like, oh, schedules and time, and I don't have time, let me encourage you with this. We all have 24 hours in a day. All of us, everyone. Warren Buffett accomplishes what he's accomplished with the same 24 hours in a day that you have. Top leaders in your company, our company, my company, every company, do so with the same 24 hours in a day that you have. Okay? What I want to encourage you with, secondly, on that topic is focus on being efficient and effective with your time. You would be surprised at what you can accomplish in short windows of time with focus and efficiency and urgency. And if you do that in different areas of your life, you can free up all kinds of time in your day. Okay? So you can make time. You're worth it. Your future's worth it. Your business worth it. So set a goal for how much you're going to work your business each day, each week. Okay? Number 2, how much content are you going to put out? And this is not an all-inclusive list. These are some areas that Nicole and I set our goals. These are activity goals so that we can actually reach our result goal that we have for our business. Goals, not goal. Plural, not singular. But things like how many reels per week? Instagram, TikTok. How many Facebook Lives? How many videos are you going to do each week? How much content are you going to post? Are you going to make each week? What are you going to commit to? It's so easy to say, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put out content. But if there's no goal, where's the accountability, right? So set a goal for content. What else? Set a goal for how many conversations, the lifeblood of the business. How many new conversations are you going to start? Online, offline, wherever you start them. How many? How many per week? How many per day? And how many times are you going to ask the question, are you open? Are you open to taking a look at this business? Are you open to taking a look at these products? Are you open? Are you open? Are you open? Are you open to taking a look? How many times are you going to ask that? The more you commit to and do, the more success you're going to have. The more no's, I'm not open, you're going to get, and the more yeses. It's just the way it is. So how fast do you want to grow? How fast do you want to build? Set that goal of how many are you opens question, or are you open to taking a look questions that you're going to ask each week. Real simple. Okay? What else? How many people are you going to ATM each week? How many people are you going to add to a Facebook group, tag them in a video, message them, put them in a group chat? How many people? It's easy to say, yeah, I'm going to ATM some people. How many? How many each week? What's your goal? What's your activity goal? So these are the kind of goals that we set, right? How many hours per week? How many hours per day? How much content we're going to put out each week? How many conversations we're going to start each week? And we break it down to daily as well. How many times are we going to ask the question, are you open each week? Right? And how many people are we going to ATM each week? All right? And those are all the people that are open. We kind of know our numbers and our percentages, so it's not too hard to do that math. But even if we're off, we just make some adjustments along the way. Okay? Also, know your math. Speaking of math, know your math. We know in our company that every new, on average, big picture averages here, every new person that's sponsored or recruited each month, whether it's a customer or a promoter, as we call our distributors, is worth about $1,000 a month in sales. So said another way, an organization, me and my entire organization that's recruiting 10 new people a month would be doing about $10,000 in sales each month. Okay, an organization that's recruiting 100 people each month is doing about $100,000 of sales each month. Okay, an organization that's recruiting 1,000 people each month is doing about $1 million in sales each month. So know your numbers. Is your goal $5,000 in sales each month? Then you and your team should be recruiting new people every single month. Is your goal $50,000 a month in sales? Then you should be recruiting, you and your entire team, not just you personally, 50 people a month. So know your numbers and make sure your goal for how many new promoters, I didn't mention that earlier, I don't believe, back to results goals, business results goals, not the business activity goals we're talking about now. We put down how many new promoters, business partners we wanted to recruit each month in this year, or what our goal is, and how many customers. We knew from looking in our back office last year how many distributors we recruited, promoters, aka promoters, and we knew how many club members we personally sponsored. And so we could use that as a springboard to set our numbers and our sights and our goals for how many each month we wanted to recruit in this coming year. Okay, so that was another business results goal. How do you recruit them? The activity. How many hours a week are we working? How much content are we putting out on social media? How many conversations are we starting? How many times are we going to pop the question, are you open? How many people are we ATMing into the Facebook groups? Those are the activity goals that have to happen. But you have to make sure that your math is somewhat in line, that your goal for volume is in line with, or said another way, your goal for how many you're recruiting personally and as an organization is in line with what your goal is for your monthly volume and your monthly paycheck that you desire. Okay, we can't be having filet mignon appetite on hot dog habits. All right, we can't be wanting $100,000 in sales each month and recruiting goal is for our entire team is 5 or 3. That's not reasonable. So make it reasonable, make it big, make it exciting, but make sure things line up. Do your math. In closing, I want to just ask you, why is this important? Do you know why this is important? The reason why these goals are so important, critically important, is because in this business, like everything in life, there's mountain highs and valley lows. There just is. There's tough times. There's exciting times. Like there's higher highs in this business than most any other business I know of. And there can be some low lows. So what's going to pull us through the tough times, the challenges, the hard things? It's this thing we're talking about here. It's these goals that we have in front of us, that we know where we're going and we have a plan. That's why it's so important, right? It gives you something to strive for. It reminds you of why you're staying up late and getting up early and doing the hard thing and making the video you don't feel comfortable making and asking the question you may not feel comfortable asking and getting punched in the face and bouncing right back up and continuing to go impact more lives positively because you have this bigger picture, you have this bigger vision. And by the way, it's going to just help us not allow mediocrity to seep in if we stay focused on the prize, we stay focused on our goals. So critically important. And we can also, on that topic, do not let the NIOP, that's NIOOP, the negative opinions of other people, pull us down, right? We cannot do that. We cannot let our own limiting beliefs get in our head. You have everything. If you will do this, you have everything you need to succeed. Absolutely. I believe in you. Whether I've met you yet or not, I believe in you. I know you have everything you need to succeed. All you have to do is put this plan together and go work for it and work to deserve the goal that you desire. And I wish you all the very best. If I can help, please feel free to let me know. In the meantime, until next time, the greatest compliment you can give me here on this video is a like, comment, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. My name's Allan Blain again. It's been a pleasure spending a few minutes with you. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.